again for another video. If I seem a little bit tired today, this is really early in the morning right now, and I'm getting ready for work. So you guys will be seeing me get ready today and tell you guys, guess what? A story time. I know I said I was going to give you guys an update on my beauty room, but right now it's going a little bit dirty, so that's going to probably be our next video. I'm going to clean it up and show you guys what exactly I'm doing in my beauty room, what it looks like. So for today, I'm going to tell you guys a story time while I get ready. So let's get right into it. Unfortunately, I don't have my tea for today. I have been running a little bit behind, so if I look a mess right now, which I'm going to fix up right in front of the camera for you guys, but I don't have everything ready and I'm not ready for work, but I'm going to get ready with you guys and I'm going to tell you guys this story time. So the story is about my trip in college to Montreal, Canada, and Quebec. So, back during my senior year of college, I did decide to go to Montreal with some of my friends, both sorority sisters and my best friend, and also my friend from my church team. So, a little background of people that I know. My best friend I have known since I was in 5th grade, so she's like a childhood best friend. Then I have my sorority sister, former chair team member, along with, she's also my sorority little, so she came with me as well. And then I had one of my other people from my chair team also come. So the trip started off a little bit odd because everyone has passports. Everyone has been out of the country. So I got a passport earlier, like the year before, because I thought I was gonna go abroad, but I didn't end up going abroad. So I thought I had my passport, but circumstances has shown that I did not have my passport. So right before we went to Montreal, we went back to my house and I tore up my house. I asked my mom. I yelled at my mom about it. I'm like, where's my passport? Where's my passport? I did like 90 on the highway. By the way, I'm going to let you guys know at the beginning of this video, I'm a 7 out of 10 when it comes to driving. So if you think I'm a good driver, get that thought out of your mind, because I'm not really. I'm decent. I follow the laws on most occasions. So basically, I sped home to look my passport, never found it, and I'm like, okay, we already paid for this condo in Montreal, Old Quebec, Old Montreal, so we're going to still go. So let me see if I can jump this border right now. So I went to the border. They didn't question me at all. They more questioned my friend who's on my church team. So by the way, I didn't get a background that she's also a foreign exchange student from Ireland. So they were like, why are you going to Canada? Aren't you a student in the US? Why are you going to Canada? So they're more asking her questions, more the fact that I handed them my birth certificate and license and they didn't say shit. So that's where it is. I might put the Christmas video, but I apologize. They didn't say anything. They didn't say squat. So that's what that was. And then on the other hand, yeah, so it's not on the other hand. We got into Canada. They didn't say anything to me. So I don't know if that's still a thing since Trump got into office, that we can't cross the border without other forms of identification, but I was able to do it, so I don't know if that's still a thing. So we end up getting into Canada. It is exactly 4 hours from where I live, so it's a fairly short drive. No one has been there before. I taken my friend, my sorority little, with me because she has been to France. She knows French, and if you want to go to like a French version, or you can't go to France, go to Montreal, because I would suggest that is a very Frenchy kind of place because everything's in French. It was very confusing. So one thing about Montreal that I noticed when I got there is that they have signs similar to us, like stop signs, one-way signs, but theirs don't have words on them. So good thing I know what signs mean. But if someone coming in the country where they don't have the same signs, how do you expect them to know what they mean? They have no words on them. They can't even use a translator because there's no words. So like one-way signs, stop signs, no words. I seen a sign that was in French that meant stop, but it was a stop sign, so I know it meant stop. But it was also very odd because after that point, I never saw any more stop signs with words on them. And then what also was weird to me, which is in some states as well, is that instead of the street lights being right in the middle of the intersections, they're on the side. So there's a few times I had to stop really fast because I didn't see the lights because I'm not used to them being on the side of the roads rather than hanging over the middle. I don't know if that's like a technical thing or just like a design thing for most places. So that's what happened when we went there. But when we got there, I couldn't get in contact with the person for the Airbnb condo that I ordered. So, by the way, our phones did not work. Only my best friend's phone worked the entire time we were there. We usually use Wi-Fi, but we had to get in contact with him. It took like 45 minutes. The guy at the front desk could not help us. Thought we were like crazy Americans like they usually do. And 45 minutes later, the guy for the condo showed up. He gave us a tour. He told us everything we needed. He was actually very, very, very nice. And the condo was on point. The condo was actually nice as well. So we ended up getting ready in the condo, going out to eat. First restaurant I went to, people were not that nice because on the receipts in Canada, what I understood, like they put gratuity in their in the price of their stuff. So we just assumed that we didn't have to tip people because they already charged gratuity. We were wrong because the owner came back to us and yelled at us, well, if you guys were in any other shop, you basically get yelled at, get bad service for not tipping your waitress, and then the guy just walked away, and I'm just like, I thought this was the tip. It says gratuity, doesn't it? Does it not be gratuity? Again, they're in French, so I thought it meant gratuity. My friend, she thought it meant gratuity as well, the one who knew French, so I'm just like, okay, we just have to tip a little bit more because that's not the tip. Maybe they pay gratuity to the kitchen staff. I don't know. So that was our first day in Montreal. We spent 3 days in Montreal and came back to go back to our campus. I had to drop my friend off, but we ended up spending a little bit longer there. I'll get to that at the end of the story. So Montreal was fun. I would say that was fun. Things I liked about Montreal was that their subways are really clean. I've been to New York City, and if you have been in New York City, the subways are not the best, but subways are really clean. I have never read the subway, so anything we have gone to, because like I said, I don't speak French. My friend was directing us along with my foreign exchange friend. They both were taking classes in French. They knew more than I did. Me and my friend, we took Spanish, so they were the ones that were directing us. Even when we went out at nights and got drinks and stuff, they were still directing us, which wasn't the smartest thing to do, but what are you supposed to do if you don't speak the language there? So I love the fact that any place we went to, they say bonjour, hi, to see if you actually spoke French or you spoke English. And everyone there spoke English. So it was just a great experience. I would always suggest going back there. I really do want to go back there. We went during the winter time, so it was really cold walking around and going to different restaurants. And we went to a few museums, which was nice. One thing we went near the college campus and went to the bars. So everything, U.S. money is more than Canadian money. So I did a lot of shopping, of course. I bought a few things from Canada, and I brought them back. Some stuff that you can't bring back, I'm pretty sure, is booze and food. So I didn't bring in. I brought wine back, but it was unopened, I believe. But let me tell you that. Actually, I think I'm lying. Again, that's at the end of the story. I'm getting ahead of myself today. I don't know why. But It was a good time. It was a good time until the end of the trip. We left really early, checked out our condo, thanked the guy, left everything, packed the car, drove, got onto the highway. I was doing like 55. My story little, my friend, the one at the phone station, were in the back seat. They were sleeping because like I said, 6 o'clock in the morning. We're going back. And I talked to my best friend. The thing about me is like I said, I'm a 7 out of 10 and I'm a speeder, but at this time I will tell you, and she will also reiterate, I was not speeding. I was going 55. The speed limits are also different. So I probably am going a little bit faster where there's no one around me because it's so early in the morning. I had my GPS on. We're all good. We're all chilling. Suddenly, and I felt my car go. I went over black ice. I felt my car go to the right, go to the left, and I knew that because I had sped out before. And I started spinning, and I started screaming. Everyone in the car started screaming, and then I was going towards the guardrail, and my car smacked into the guardrail. And then I'm like, oh my god, I hit the guardrail. My friend's like, no, you didn't. And I drove, and I got off at the next exit, looked at my car. The front part of my car was missing. The front part of my car was missing. I was crying because I wasn't scared about I wasn't sad more about my car. I was more upset about my mom's reaction to me doing that to the car. So my brushes are on the floor. So I called my mom after this little incident happened, and she yelled at me promptly and told me I'm off her insurance. So that's a thing. That's when I got my car insurance within a year of me having my car. By the way, I had this car for less than 1 year so far. And right up to my car, I did not kill it that day. It was not totaled, but it was still drivable. It was not totaled. My car is a trooper. I have gotten to multiple accidents with that car. Like I said, 7 out of 10. Don't judge me when it comes to driving. So the car has been on point with me. I also didn't put on my concealer, I just realized. So let me put on my concealer. And so basically with the car, because at this point we're sitting inside of, what are the things called? The freeway stops. Where are they called? I can't think of the word, but we were sitting at one of those stops with the restaurants and them in the other places and directions to other parts of the country. Still in Canada, by the way. So we're no longer in Quebec. We're in Ontario, and we're next to the border to the U.S. But at this point, it's just blizzarding, like white out blizzarding. So we're just like, oh my god, we need to get a hotel. I can't drive in this because at this point I'm freaking out. I'm shaking because I just hit a guardrail. My mom just kicked me for insurance. It was like one of the worst days of my life. And it's not like I couldn't get back if I wanted to and get across the border. It's the fact that it was white out. And so we stayed at a hotel. We're like, okay, we're going to stay one night in the hotel. It's going to be fine. We're going to be Gucci. And I realized, because we got onto, like I said, Wi-Fi. I called my mom again when she got to the hotel. And my friend's grandmother paid for the hotel. We're going to end up paying her back. And it was just like crazy because it was really white out. Everything closed in Canada. Everything closed on the freeway to the US, so we couldn't get back anyway because the freeways were closed. It was a terrible blizzard. Like really bad. A really bad blizzard at the end of the day. Everything was snowed in. So we stayed there. Then the next day, I'm like, okay, we can drive back. I was so shaky. I was so scared, but it was still white out. And the rope was still bad. I'm just sitting there like, I don't have snow tires. That's also played a role in me spinning out, that fact that I didn't have snow tires. So I told my friend she wanted us to drive back. And I was like, let's stay another night because I don't feel comfortable driving back and I'm scared. So I stayed another night. We stayed another night. We celebrated one of my friends, the first year's birthday. I felt so bad because she was supposed to have been spending with her friends in this huge birthday thing. And she was still in Canada with us. So that was bad on my part. And I felt so bad for her. But When the on her birthday, she was really happy because it was like a surprise. We ordered like little cinnamon things for like a pizza place, the only one that was delivering. We were just eating food from Tim Hortons at the gas station because that's the only place that was open still. Because everything was open. Everything wasn't open. Everything was closed because of the snow. So we stayed in Montreal for 2 days next to the border. Not Montreal, Ontario for 2 days next to the border. We ended up going back, Border Patrol, going back to the U.S. They were mean. They were really mean. Talking about, why are you coming back? What are you doing? Why are you at this age? Ask me all these questions I don't need to answer. They're asking, like I said, first day students more questions than they're asking me. So I'm sitting there and I'm waiting for them to be like, okay, you guys can go now, but they took forever. When I ended up taking my friend back to campus, her car was snowed in. And no, I think I drove back to Syracuse, and then my friends drove back to college because I'm originally from the Syracuse area. And my mom promptly yelled at me, like I told you she did on the phone. And like I said, everything was snowed up. Everything was full of snow. And she was telling me how I was speeding, how I was doing all this stuff. Honestly, I even think I was speeding. But even asked my friend, I was not speeding. I was not doing anything wrong. My car slipped on black ice. It was like a freak accident. And I know I'm not the best driver. Like I said, 7 out of 10. And that was my trip to Montreal in a nutshell. I would suggest going back. It was a great experience. I also skipped the part where we went to the Underground Mall, which I think was the highlight of the trip. It's at the Underground Mall. So much places for shopping. So much of a good experience, especially the fact that it was cold outside and we could stay in this mall for hours and it's underground. We went from like one part of the city to another part of the city to the college part where there's all the clubs and stuff we went out to, which was like really fun. And the Canadian boys, fun as can be. I always want some American Girl. Decided to say it was really fun. And the fact that also in the Underground Mall, I got pickpocketed. Not even pickpocketed. Almost got pickpocketed. There's one guy who walked past me, bumped into me, like really hard, bumped into me when there's like a whole corridor to himself to not bump into me. And because I'm not stupid, I've been to New York City, I've been to multiple big cities, and I'm a very cautious girl. I have my purse underneath my winter jacket and my hands in my pocket, but he probably didn't see that I have my hands in my pocket. So his hands went directly like this over my hands, and like basically interlocked. Then he looked me in the eyes and he started speaking French to me. I'm just staring at him. He's being English to me, like, oh my God, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry. It's me. Get away from me. Just get away from me. Like you just got caught. So I'm pickpocketing me. But I'm not stupid, and my stuff is not in my pockets. It's in my purse underneath my jacket because I'm not stupid. Sorry, dude. But that was my story to Montreal. If you guys have any questions, I know it's for a very unorthodox story time, and I hope my friends like it who was included in the story time. I didn't place any names to them, so it might get a little bit confusing, but I hope you guys can follow it very well. I would sip my tea and tell you guys to have a good day, but I don't have it, like I said, and I'm running a little bit behind for work. So if I'm late for work, this is because I'm late for work because I'm making a video. But I hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and thank you for tuning in with The Tea with Terika. If you guys have been here before, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And have a good day. Bye-bye.